Hemp Boca. Products of purest natural ingredients and providing a safe alternative method for relief from many symptoms, creating a healthier lifestyle without the use of opioids. Use Hemp Boca products for improved mental health and overall well-being. It's safe, legal, and non-psychoactive. Our pure and high-quality CBD is from clean industrial hemp, then extracted slowly over days to produce the strongest and most effective products on the market, made in the U.S. with no synthetic ingredients. Committed to bringing our customers the highest grade CBD oil on the market. Our industrial hemp, it's organic with no solvents and pesticides, gluten-free, vegan, full spectrum, and third-party double lab tested. Our top priority is your health and wellness, and we are confident you will love our products and the amazing relief so you can enjoy the things you love to do. Try our products and start living a healthier lifestyle. Hemp Boca. Good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings.
One of the key principles we like to teach our members at Phil's Stock World is be the house, not the gambler. Stand around a casino, and every day you'll see thousands of people walk through the doors and play various games of skill and chance, and yet none of them are likely to ever be as rich as the person who owns the casino. That, over the long run, the odds are always in his favor. This is not gambling, it's a mathematical fact. How would you like us to teach you how to use this simple mathematical concept to turn investing from gambling into earning by teaching you to be the house? This is the key to learning how to be a true investor in the stock market and not just a hapless trader of stocks. Or, to sum it all up, we'll teach you to be the house and not the gambler.
Experian Travel, a subsidiary of Cruise Planners Travel Advisor, is merely a selling agency and makes no warranty expressed or implied. Each cruise planners is individually owned and operated. Experian Travels and Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and a very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. Our travel advisors will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. We specialize in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation just for you.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Hemp Boca Show. Once again, first thing you're probably noticing is that there's a couple of different characters.
Couple of strangers.
Where Gene and Chris used to sit, but my name is Ryan, and this is Andrea, and we are from Chumslick Marketing Advantage. We do the Instagram for Hemp Boca, and Chris and Gene are at a very important event right now, and I think we're going to be hearing some good news, hopefully, and just looking forward to a good show.
Absolutely.
Coming off of the hurricane. Hope everyone made it through okay.
Stayed safe.
And today we have Dr. David Bougie along with Jesse, who are
returning guests.
Returning guests.
We're happy to be here again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Last time we saw you was
yes.
at the
Mad
brewing company
Robot,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to have you guys back again for sure.
Yes.
And I guess today, there's a few different topics that we wanted to touch on. First off is after the hurricane. Andrea and I, we like to go beachcombing a lot, and Dr. David was out there too, and we noticed more than these fine coralline algae and these beautiful crustaceans. We saw wonderful plastic
Everywhere. In fact, I was saving the plastic thinking that it was something different until we picked it up, and then we realized, no, it was bottle caps, bottles, lots of plastic.
Every type of plastic, broken buckets that the kids use at the beach, syringes, everything you'd think of there was.
That's right. We did see a lot.
Yeah, terrible.
One of the things, and the reason why we bring that up, is because of the hemp bill that was passed in March that allows for the farming of hemp, non-THC producing hemp is federally legal, which was a bill that was passed in March. So that's going to give the hemp farmers a lot to do.
A lot of leverage, too.
For sure.
So.
I mean, hemp is the wave of the future. With, just kind of jumping right into it here. Obviously, there'll be some backlash for using plastic, but for future generations, for our kids and their kids, we got to move away from things, and it'll be a fight because there's people that control those industries, and hemp is up and coming, and they're going to fight them. But we need something that can decompose in plastic.
Absolutely, I agree.
No,
Well, it just takes like 10,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time.
Well,
Yeah.
one piece of plastic takes 500 to 1,000 years to biodegrade.
What was
So-
that, Jesse? That's a fun fact.
500 to 1,000 years for one piece of plastic to biodegrade.
500,000 years.
And think at the hurricane, everybody was stocking up on water.
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody donates water. Unfortunately, plastic is an easily carried item.
And light. That's
Very
another
much,
thing.
but like we've gone to the paper straws.
Sure.
I think that we would be open for a change. I never even knew that hemp could be used in a sense like that.
Sure, there's multiple applications for it, but nobody knows. It's new technology and new knowledge. Probably not even that. Probably people know, but it's coming to the forefront to the public.
Yeah.
And I think what's happening is there's like a roadblock in terms of, okay, how can the big corporations make the money before they release it to the general public or to the smaller businesses?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and then you have established large corporations that make their money, so they're not going to just give up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They're going to fight, but with the right backers, hopefully something like that can happen.
Yes.
And with time it'll change, and Andrea just is coming off wrist surgery. Could you give us a little bit of kind of takeaway from your experience with the
Yes,
massage oil?
We
And
may have to do that even after the break because Lord have
the
mercy, I
butter.
use all of the products. But yes, so I actually just recently was on 3 different antibiotics. So I had a microbacterial infection from fishing, my shellfish possibly that I caught. So I actually used, in the beginning, I did use the Percocet the first day I was home, I think. It makes me super sick. We have the wellness drops at our computer, at our bedside, and in the kitchen. I use the bath bombs that are made from Hemp Boca. First, I started with the lavender for nighttime, but I actually used the eucalyptus one, and I noticed laying down from being injured, it really helped open up my breathing. I was on an antibiotic called Levaquin, which is known to do tendon tears, and I noticed my knees, I couldn't, when we went beachcombing is when I injured myself, taking pictures. And so I started using the massage oil, the massage and anointing oil from Balance Sport. And speaking of Balance Sport, Brian can tell you about the Instagram page.
Yeah, we had just gone through a name change. Pretty simple. It's still the same followers, still the same following, but instead of Hemp Boca 1, it's at Balance Me.
And Balance is spelled just like the Balance Sport, Balenz, and then me, because it balances me.
Right, and then we also kind of removed the hemp name, or just the word, and just put like Holistic Healing HB. And the reason why we've done that is because on these social channels, anything hemp or CBD related is heavily looked at by Instagram and Facebook, meaning they really, really regulate the content. They're not going to let you run standard advertising
shadow
for it.
ban.
Yeah, they're gonna restrict the content. Although it may seem like you're getting good responses, in reality, when you take a deeper look at like some of the hashtags that you're using, you're like, why hasn't mine shown up in the CBD Educate? And it's like they have a really tight, grip on the whole hemp and cannabis industry. So we've had to employ some alternative strategies. So that's kind of why things like these podcasts are so important. Educating the public, having influencers like Dr. David and Jesse support the product.
Absolutely.
And not like major influencers. We're really interested in like the micro influencer that has had great success with it. And then through those supportive and sponsored posts, we'll grow the brand that way, because there's multiple ways to grow a brand in social these days. It's not just about giving the money to Facebook for advertising. So little bit of a strategy shift, and we're already seeing great results. So looking forward to a great fourth quarter. So yeah, and the other thing too is maybe taking a look at just kind of not necessarily qualifying, but looking at the new followers and asking ourselves, like, do these new followers have the potential to be customers?
Yes.
We have new followers. They're great, but it's all other CBD companies and other CBD Educate businesses. So we want to make sure that we're attacking our audience from the therapeutic point and
the holistic healing alternative. And I shared my story, actually. There was somebody that asked me, what did you do? What happened? What have you been using? And of course, Dr. Kolchak at Hand and Wrist of Palm Beach, she's amazing. But they said, don't put anything on it after they took the stitches out. Of course, Ryan's one. He's like, we're putting some of the massage oil and, So I really did. I used the wellness drops, and I don't even know what milligram we have, because we have probably all of them.
A few different kinds, yeah. But the one thing I noticed was just the inflammation.
Yeah, and so I used actually the full a milliliter of the tincture. But slowly but surely, my inflammation went down with ice. No Percocets, no Tramadol. I haven't even taken ibuprofen. So, but this was another lifesaver, was the body butter, because after I hurt my knees, my ankles hurt. I have 13 screws in my ankles, and
you sound like you're hurting yourself a lot. What's going on?
I know, right? I'm clumsy. And this is from 2015. This is from 2019.
Gotcha.
But luckily, I got a foot rub. So I suggest getting the massage oil and the body butter. It's
the
excellent.
Body butter too is good because it has more of like a staying power than just like the anointing oil.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you a question then. Between those two, the massage oil and the body butter, if someone were to pick one over the other, what would the recommendations be as to choosing one or the other?
I mean, it depends on the application.
But they're both external versus the tinctures that are oral, sublingual.
Right.
So I like the massaging oil. I won't lie, the feeling that it gives you on the skin, I like it for scars, but I have a couple of scars. I have a deep scar on my ankle. Like I said, I have 13 screws, and then I'm going to have a slight scar here. So I like the oil. The body butter, I feel like it absorbs more into the skin, so I used it more on my knee. And I feel like that kind of gave it more of like pain relief.
I'll tell you what we do also, and Jesse can expand on this, is that, you're going to have a case-by-case basis. So some people will have an aversion to certain scents. You mentioned eucalyptus. I love it. Fantastic.
Oh my
it's therapeutic
gosh.
with everything. but we'll try to do a combination. So we'll see what's going on, whether we'll use some type of topical, whether it's the massage oil, a lotion. We like to do a sublingual. We like to do a gummy. I mean, there's multiple ways to do it where you're going to have the inflammation of the topical, that the topical will help, but you also have internal things.
That's right.
That take them, that gives you the combo to kind of give it a 1-2 punch. So preference-wise, is going to be on that individual client or that patient on what they like. So we kind of give samples to let them try them and a combination of different things to see, like a trial basis.
Yes.
Then we can kind of walk them down that path.
And that's what I found with the oil, that it's something that I definitely like on the scars. The body butter, like I said, I liked it. My knees were swollen, and then the tops of my feet. And so I liked the creamy feel, more of like an absorption.
Sure.
So, yeah.
And I think what Dr. David was talking about was like the whole entire cannabinol or cannabinoid system.
Right.
It's not just
Not
about
just
hitting
external.
it from one area like a topical.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's where I
It
use
also
the
matters
wellness
what
drops.
you do too. If you use this on your hands and you wash your hands constantly, if you're a nurse or anybody that's washing their hands constantly, then
Like
you're
me.
not going to want to use that. You're going to want to use the oil.
Right.
Because it stays longer and soaks in longer.
That's what I loved about it, is I would put it on at night, and in the morning it looked healed almost. Like you couldn't tell. And
I'll tell-
Ryan's like, "What are you doing?" I'm
Right.
like, using the oil. Sorry, Dr. Kolchak.
That's all right. So, I'm going to revert back to what you were saying just because it's on my mind. So what you'll see is you're talking about marketing and about people knowing about CBD. It's in the forefront now. So when we grew up, MDs were gods.
Yeah.
And our parents never questioned them.
Yep.
They did what they said. These days you have the millennials and you have multiple avenues of information to look at
Absolutely.
things. So you have people that are open-minded to trying different things that are actually better for them.
That's so true.
You mentioned, the drugs associated. Hey, guess what? I've had heart surgery. You got to
Yeah.
take the drugs.
Yes.
But beyond that, you know what? There's plenty of things that you don't have to do that you can
absolutely.
take to help you with that situation. So I think right now, having the radio station and you guys discussing, Hemp Boca and stuff like that, it will get the message out there. There's plenty of CBD products, but, this is a superior product in our opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Jean and Chris always say, consult your physician.
Always.
18 and older.
of
If you're
course.
planning on getting pregnant, or if you're nursing, this is not the product for you.
With everything.
So, yeah.
But like the good doctor was saying, this is the product because, when you're talking about double lab testing,
Freddie, he's hot.
GMP manufacturers, there are so many products out there
He's one.
that, since it's kind of unregulated or working towards regulation, there
Why
are
is he
products
not
out
one?
there that aren't exactly what they say. So you have to be very careful. And Jesse, you had a great experience with psoriasis on one of your
Oh,
pages.
yes. Ryan was
I
telling
sent you the
me about
pictures.
We're
that.
looking
I got-
forward to having
yeah.
that up on
Yes.
the page.
We do have. I sent you the pictures.
Yes,
But,
he
we
was
had a patient-
really bragging about that.
We had a patient that came in that had severe psoriasis of her scalp, and they were going to inject her to stop it, which is multiple injections all over the scalp to stop the psoriasis. It's very painful, flaky, red.
Injections
Itchy.
with what? Just like standard-
Whatever it was,
Yeah.
MD wise, she was set up
Yes.
to have the injections, and actually, her father was our patient,
Yeah.
and her father started talking to Jesse about it, and he wanted to try it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, hey, I'd rather try anything than
Thank God,
injections
though.
in
Yes,
the head.
there's alternatives. Absolutely.
Yeah. So he was like, listen, it's set up. Let's try some things in between. And of course, Jesse, I rely on her to research everything and get all the facts. And the father tried it, and one application started it going away. One application.
Yeah,
That's
and
amazing.
Before and after imagery was like, and we'll have that up
Up
in the
on
next day or so,
Instagram, yeah.
was really shocking. And I think when we go from like a symptom-based approach, we need to be focusing more on what it looked like before versus what it looks like today,
Absolutely.
and then how you got there.
And
So
I-
it's good to have
Yeah,
intubation cases like
I
that.
think we're going to take a quick break, but any questions, call in. It's 1-888-994-4995. Dr. Bougie, Jesse,
right?
myself, Ryan will be glad to answer it. We hope Gene and Chris are having fun.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
One of the key principles we like to teach our members at Phil's Stock World is be the house, not the gambler. Stand around a casino, and every day you'll see thousands of people walk through the doors and play various games of skill and chance, and yet none of them are likely to ever be as rich as the person who owns the casino. That, over the long run, the odds are always in his favor. This is not gambling, it's a mathematical fact. How would you like us to teach you how to use this simple mathematical concept to turn investing from gambling into earning by teaching you to be the house? This is the key to learning how to be a true investor in the stock market and not just a hapless trader of stocks. Or, to sum it all up, we'll teach you to be the house and not the gambler.
Hemp Boca. Products of purest natural ingredients and providing a safe alternative method for relief from many symptoms, creating a healthier lifestyle without the use of opioids. Use Hemp Boca products for improved mental health and overall well-being. It's safe, legal, and non-psychoactive. Our pure and high-quality CBD is from clean industrial hemp, then extracted slowly over days to produce the strongest and most effective products on the market. Made in the U.S. with no synthetic ingredients. Committed to bringing our customers the highest grade CBD oil on the market. Our industrial hemp, it's organic with no solvents and pesticides, gluten-free, vegan, full spectrum, and third-party double lab tested. Our top priority is your health and wellness, and we are confident you will love our products and the amazing relief so you can enjoy the things you love to do. Try our products and start living a healthier lifestyle. Hemp Boca. Good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings.
Welcome back to the Hemp Boca show. We were just kind of in discussion about some statistical stuff on hemp farming, and Jesse had a kind of a fun fact.
Jesse with
about
the fun
Henry
facts.
Ford.
I love
Good
it.
old friend Henry Ford.
Yeah. Henry Ford built in the 40s a whole entire car out of hemp plastic, except for the frame and the engine. And after Prohibition, of course, he couldn't do it. But Europeans are currently doing it now. Automotive makers are replacing dashboards and all of the interior with hemp plastic.
That is amazing.
It's more durable, and it costs 50 to 70 cents per pound, and plastic costs over $5 per pound.
So you kind of wonder, like, hemp's been around since Earth, I think.
Yeah.
Let's just go with the age of the
There
Earth
you go.
on that one. So, like,
All
how
natural.
come just now in 2019 we're seeing, or 2000 these past few years, we're seeing such a surge? And maybe, Doctor, you can weigh in on that in some of these, like, alternative therapies.
Well, I would say there's a couple things. So, if you look at the therapeutic events or the therapeutic effects, your allopathic medicine, regular medicine, versus alternative medicine, okay? And they've been schooled one way, and they don't want to give up their piece of the pie. for sexual
That's
argument.
exactly what
Okay.
I was thinking.
I have many
too.
doctors I work with
I
that are
can
open.
see
I have many
that.
doctors I work
that
with
are-
that are not.
Right.
Okay, so some that are open, you know, I'm alternative medicine. I have many different things we do at my office. And I have surgeons that I use, and I have other doctors that I use. Some, they don't buy into that. You know what I mean? They want to control the whole thing.
Absolutely.
So you're going to see, medicine-wise, then you're going to see it's as a product. Okay, we just discussed at break, 1 acre of hemp produces enough, exactly the same amount of paper product as 4 acres of trees.
Which is
And the hemp grows in
crazy.
1 season. The
1
trees take
acre of one
It-
seed.
years to
years
grow.
and years.
Okay, so you know the main thing I think that you see these days is you have scrunchy moms like my wife and her friends and soccer moms, and you know you got rid of plastic straws and for paper, and we want to save the earth, And the competition is established corporations
Yes.
that don't want to lose their money.
Absolutely.
Once they see that there's a viable alternative and they can make money off of it, then they'll switch and they'll jump on board. But the consumer needs to push what they want and decide where they want to buy and what they want to buy and pay a little bit more to have that hemp product or something else.
Agreed.
Yeah, things will
Agreed.
start changing
Completely.
then.
And as you say, like, these established companies, but when you look at the consumer products, this was on a documentary I was watching called The Illusion of Choice.
Which is really, really
yeah,
good.
Illusion.
The illusion.
Illusion, it is.
Yes.
It's the illusion of choice.
With the consumer products, it all led back to, I think, 2, maybe 3 companies
Right.
controlled like 98% of the retail products that we consume on a daily basis, just under different branded names.
I just looked at a thing today, and I don't know if we can mention particular names, but I won't. One company that owns another company grabbed that company, and the name went away, and it's one major corporation. And we looked at everything today, and there's about 100 large corporations that they own under that one name.
Sure.
So you got some big players that you're competing with to try to make things that are good for you happen.
That's right.
Right, and you think that you have a choice between all these different sub-brands.
Right.
You really
Same
don't.
company.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
You
The
think
sister
one's
company is
less sugar
underneath
or
the
more
umbrella.
healthy or organic, and it's still being controlled by one of
That's
those
what I
companies.
love about
Yeah.
Gene and Chris and their website. That's hempboca.com. It's not that it just educates you, but they're transparent. And to me, that is so valuable right now. There's a lot of companies out there that are trying to cash in, like we're talking about, medicinal, versus like this is an actual product that could help people. There's the people that want to cash in too, and they're transparent about their testing, and the different strains. If you just go on their website, I was floored that compared to other companies that sell CBD products, they don't have that. They don't have the lab analysis. They have the lab analysis for this, for your balms, your oils. I mean, that to me,
that's pretty.
that is intense and
transparent.
incredible. But their mission is to help people. Have an alternative. Just in case, because there is a time and a place for medicine, like you said. You had heart surgery. There's a time and a place for medicine, but this day and age, it's okay to question.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what part of the problem is, and what we touched on this last time, was that once now this is popular, so everyone's jumping on the bandwagon.
Yes,
You will have gas stations selling hemp.
absolutely.
Okay.
Where to go?
You know what?
Exactly.
Where did that come from? China? How is
We
that
don't
regulated?
know.
Yeah.
We don't know, and people just say hemp. Oh, I'm going to try this.
Yep.
You get a reputable product, like you said, double-blind studies. It's been made in a lab, that's been purified, and all the different things that are involved. And you get other stuff that's basically just crap,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word.
It's true,
Okay,
though.
and you're taking that, putting in your body without knowing what it is.
Right.
You got to buy from a reputable place that sells it, that's a doctor or someone along that line that's researched it like we do, and the companies that have the research, like Hemp Boca, so that you have a viable product.
Well, and
Right.
Chris even has. And I actually watched one of their ladder shows that the Brooklyn Cafe had for them, and I loved it because he had the dosage, and they have that on their website, the actual dosage for acute to mid to chronic pain, and I really looked at that because, to be honest, before we worked with Hemp Boca, had purchased CBD from another company, or CBG drops, and it was just like the wellness drops. And there's a huge difference. I mean, absolute, and not that the company that we purchased from wasn't reputable, but they didn't have their lab tests. I can tell a difference.
Sure.
I know that the wellness drops helped me also at the end of the day, less stress, helped me sleep. I knew when to cut back and when not to. And this video of Chris talking about the dosage, you know, the milliliters and the, you know, amount in the bottle versus what you're actually getting in the dropper versus your weight, you know. So they're very thorough with what they do. And also, right now, Ryan, who are they with?
Kevin Harrington.
Kevin Harrington, the
Yeah, to be determined.
yes. So we're not quite sure about that mystery, but
They're
thought
on
we
a ghost mission right
yes.
now.
So thought we'd give a shout out to Gene and Chris.
Chris.
Definitely being with a
And
former
wishing them
shark
the best
judge.
of luck. Yeah. That's,
So
Very cool.
yes, I said I'm extremely jealous. We love the Shark Tank, so I
Yeah.
have no inventions whatsoever, but I
Put me
love
on
it.
there, I'll make one up.
I know,
To
right?
be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you another thing that's super important that we didn't think about, that me and Jesse discussed at one time, is you know what percentage of THC is in this.
Yes.
Okay, it's been standardized, it's been tested. You will have samples, for instance, that are in gas stations. Okay, so I'll hit a couple things here. Let's say you're a truck driver. Let's say you are anybody that needs to be drug tested. Okay,
Right.
and you think that you're just rubbing THC on your skin, or you're taking drops and you bought it from a gas station. All right, you get drug tested and you get fired because the content is unregulated in that CBD.
Absolutely.
All right. So
Absolutely.
we got some test kits from a friend of mine that's in law enforcement.
Okay.
And we tested some of our products just to find out, to see if they passed, and they did. But what they'll do is they'll go to gas stations and other places that are, you know, not
Excellent.
really supposed
Yeah.
to be selling things.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
can, but they find products that situation would happen. You're buying them there, you think, oh, I'll pay $5 rather than $50. I'm going to pay this and try this. But there's a lot of things that can
There
happen
is
down the road.
Yeah, there's a
Huge
huge difference. And like you mentioned, employment. And my father, he called me, and of course I'm from Arkansas, a really small town. Nobody knows where Arkansas is. It's above Louisiana, below Missouri. So
Somewhere in the
anyway,
Midwest.
yeah,
It's there.
it's in the South. And so anyway, he called and he was like, what is this hemp farming and marijuana? And he was, you know, and I was like, Dad, it's hemp. I was like, you know, we have a farm. Like, you'd be really, really smart if you would get into it.
Yeah.
You know, but he, you know, he wasn't sure what it was, you know, because there are some people that are
They're
not
still
educated.
uneducated
And
on it.
when you said that about employment, I did have a friend that reached out to me that asked, is this something that is safe?
Yeah.
Will this show up on a drug test?
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
and I assured her, I was like, you know, look at the drug analysis.
And it brings up two special cases too, Doc, that you were mentioning when you're going into these, gas stations. First of which is a negative customer experience.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then they start spreading word of mouth saying,
It
no,
doesn't
that
work.
stuff's bogus, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, you used a product that wasn't even
Regulated.
tested.
Yeah.
Who knows if there was CBD even in it?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the
A lot of times
the
there's
second issue is that bill that was just passed in March for the production of hemp and hemp-based products is federally legal as long as it contains less than, I think it's 0.01.
I think it's 0.01.
Point
Is
zero,
it 0.01?
whatever the
I
number
thought it
is.
was 0.03.
But
I was like,
from a
it's
federal
0.03,
yeah.
perspective, now you're legal as long as you're under that threshold.
Right.
So if you've got people importing products saying that it's THC free without the testing, and then in cases where it comes up that it is THC involved, and it's like, what kind of recourse is there for that? Like,
Right.
what do you flip the package over and call nobody?
Right.
You know,
I
like-
mean,
That's
you shouldn't have
another
a
thing.
cumulative effect when you're doing something like this product, okay? But if you have something like that and there's more THC in there, you might have more of a cumulative effect so that you will, on a drug test, appear that you've been having THC rather
Right.
than CBD.
Absolutely. Well, I do know that CBD is kind of a hot topic down in the South right now. They call it the Bible Belt. And
There's a lot of land there too.
and there's a lot, and there are people that talk about hemp farming, and then it's like the latest thing. But I don't even know the laws in Arkansas. I know marijuana. I don't think it's legal there, but it's one of those things that if it helps people, I think that if it's used medicinally correct, that I'm not against it. As far as the hemp goes, I know the wellness drops worked for me.
Sure. Listen, I'm of the same mind. THC has its own therapeutic effects. We have a doctor friend of ours that gets you the card to help you. A lot of people are in pain beyond, and they need something else. We have a lot of patients in pain that we try on the hemp products.
Yes.
Most of the time they work.
Yeah.
If they don't work, people have to seek out other options.
Right.
But, we're more conservative on trying something that not just putting you on a Percocet right away.
That's
Let's
amen
work
on
our way
that.
up.
He also says if you have a job, you really should be using CBD during the day and more THC at night. If you do have a card, that's what he promotes.
Well, right.
While you're at work, you should be out of pain, but you don't necessarily need the THC.
Well,
at that
and
point.
we have different milligrams of, I don't know what, but I've slowly had to dose down. But I know when I first, the very first day, I did take Percocet. It makes me sick. I hate it. I was already taking 3 antibiotics. That was another pill to take. And then they're like, we'll try Tramadol. And I was like, I'm good.
And the pharmacology that is involved in taking all these different prescription medications.
Just with the
You need a
kidneys, the
specialist
liver.
just to figure out, are these interactions
And
okay?
there were.
Yeah.
The pharmacist called and they're like, there's 6 interactions between the medications you're taking. We want you to be aware if you have this, or this, and of course I'm like, check.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm good, thanks,
And one causes another.
That's right.
You take a pill for another. It's a vicious cycle.
It is. Absolutely.
So walk me through the process. Say I'm a new patient, Dr. Bougie, and say I'm suffering from pain in the elbow from just an extended injury from fishing or something like that.
Gotcha. So we will see a variety of people. We see automobile accidents, we see children, we see the elderly, we see sports injuries, and just simple things like you said, overuse, an injury on the job. You wake up and you slept wrong. Okay,
Yes.
so, excuse me, based on what we're going to do, excuse me for a second here, let me take a drink. I'm going to examine you based on what's going on. Okay, so we advertise a lot of different things in our office. We have chiropractic, physical therapy, acupuncture, massage, and we sell hemp products.
Yeah.
Okay, so based on what's going on, I'm going to examine you, see what's happening, get a course of therapy, and I always send everyone up to Jessie because Jessie does all the research. And she's
I love
educated on
it. I love Jessie's
just so that
fun
we can
facts
figure
of
out.
the day.
Yeah, she's the guru on it. All right.
Yes.
So I'm the doctor looking to see what's going on, and then I have my suggestions, what I want to have done, and I'm going to send them up, and they're going to try that. And almost always, we're going to see some type of, whether it's me with the combination, adjusting them and using that, or for different things. And sometimes they're going to find it's the elbow, but then they didn't tell you that it was their ankle too. And so I didn't look at their
Right,
ankle,
absolutely.
but they used it on their ankle and they come back, how's the elbow? Good. And by the way, my ankle's good too. What was with your ankle?
Yeah.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people have a lot of things, but I'm more, if you come and you say it's my neck, I'm going to be laying you down and looking at everything.
Yes.
Because the
absolutely.
neck causes the
Okay.
low
Yep.
back causes the neck. Anything in your neck,
There's
can go down
other
into your
connected-
fingertips.
yes.
You got to kind of look at the whole picture, and then let's have a game plan for what we're going to do based on you, because you're your own unique individual.
Yeah.
So if we just say, hey, we're going to use this, someone might be happy with 250 milligrams. I'm a little bigger. I want to take that 1,200 milligrams.
Right. Right.
And depending on the person, how you process the plant, it also
That
factors in too.
is so
Doc is
true,
right.
Jesse.
He may take the 1,200, but my dad is the same size as him, and he only needs the 250.
Right,
So
right.
it is a personal one-on-one basis thing.
And that's what I discovered after my surgery is that I started getting a little bit more sleepy, and I realized, I said, oh, you know what, I can actually dose down now.
Sure.
You know, that this is actually making me a little bit sleepy, and I'm definitely not in pain, and I did really, really well on it.
And you talk to the traditional doctors, and they tell you the research is still out on that.
Right.
Listen, the plant's been around since the dawn of time.
Right. There's
So, like
substantial research on it.
when you say the research and the jury's still out, it couldn't be further from the truth, because the product itself has been used for eons.
Right.
We're gonna take a break. So any questions, concerns, give us a call. It's 1-888-994-4995 at the Hemp Boca Show. We got Dr. Bougie, Jesse,
Thank you.
Ryan, and I stepping in for Gene and Chris. We'll be right back.
Experian Travel, a subsidiary of Cruise Planners Travel Advisor, is merely a selling agency and makes no warranty expressed or implied. Each Cruise Planners is individually owned and operated. Experian Travels and Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and a very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. Our travel advisors will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. We specialize in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation just for you.
One of the key principles we like to teach our members at Phil's Stock World is be the house, not the gambler. Stand around a casino, and every day you'll see thousands of people walk through the doors and play various games of skill and chance, and yet none of them are likely to ever be as rich as the person who owns the casino. That, over the long run, the odds are always in his favor. This is not gambling, it's a mathematical fact. How would you like us to teach you how to use this simple mathematical concept to turn investing from gambling into earning by teaching you to be the house? This is the key to learning how to be a true investor in the stock market and not just a hapless trader of stocks. Or, to sum it all up, we'll teach you to be the house and not the gambler.
Welcome back to the Hemp Boca Show with stand-in hosts Ryan and Andrea from Chumslick Marketing Advantage, where we specialize in Instagram marketing, Facebook marketing, videography, time-lapse videography too as well for a whole different segment.
Before and afters.
Before and afters are huge.
We manage Gene and Chris's Instagram, so please like us and follow us. And it's at Balance Me, and it's BALENZ, me, just like the product. So, yeah. And then Ryan, the time lapse is something that I know that we can do before and after, but like Jesse had the pictures of the psoriasis. We could do a series of
progression through. Yeah, I don't know how many applications or how, it requires a lot of different images, but to show the progression from when point zero to full absolution would be great to see all the steps along the way, and then but as a consumer, I just want to know what it's going to do for me that day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
The before and after split screen imagery on Instagram actually is one of the most popular posts that's getting the most attention for some reason. So we're going to be getting into some of that before and after, even with some of the canine space where we, Hemp Boca provides a ton of products for the canine market.
Our four-legged friends that are family members
Four-legged
too.
family members.
They are. They really, really are.
They need it too.
They do. You
Absolutely.
know. And we've seen a couple of videos about golden retrievers, Labradors, the ones that are set or geared towards to get the
Hip dysplasia.
yes, and the arthritis early. So they actually have that. Some dogs have the fear of thunderstorms, and you know it rains here in Florida probably once a day.
Some
Maybe
just
3
have
times a day,
generalized
but-
anxiety too,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
if you go see a veterinarian for that, you can get a pretty hefty bill.
Yes,
And they're going
Yeah.
to put them on meds.
exactly.
Yeah, and then it's the medication too. So, you know, try something else.
I can
know,
tell
try
you,
something different.
not interrupt you, I didn't do a case study on it, but I have a 150-pound Rottweiler. They get hip dysplasia, okay?
Yeah.
And so he was having hip problems, and I didn't see how long it took or do anything to really realize it, but we took the pet gummies. Were they pet gummies or pet
I have
treats?
treats.
Yeah,
and
they
cat
have treats
And
I
took
have
him home and he ate
drops.
them, and he's doing much better. So it's just like pets just can't tell you. You have to
Yeah.
notice that something's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
You know?
Watch them favoring a leg or
Sure.
having a hard time getting up.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
a little bit more about the clinic. You guys, with the hurricane and everything.
Yes, we
you
wanna
guys are,
thank y'all.
we wanted to thank you for setting up the relief fund for that.
Yes,
Thank
the
you.
relief
We
fund for the
really
Bahamas
appreciate
and
that.
Bougie
Yeah.
Center Drive, and
Oh yeah, we are
we
collecting.
want to
at the
hear
office.
about how it's going. And I saw tons of pictures,
Yes.
so it looks like it's going pretty good so far.
Going good. So
It is
what
going
we've
good.
done is originally I had a friend of mine that is a captain on a motor yacht, and he started out saying that he wanted to get supplies over there because we dodged a bullet down here.
Yes,
Unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we do.
absolutely.
We're
Yeah.
very
Those
fortunate.
poor
Very
people are
fortunate.
decimated, and there's multiple
Very
efforts
sad.
to go out there.
Yes.
Okay, so we started collecting, and we've done a couple other things in conjunction with Dr. Baker, that's next to me, to try to collect and try to distribute by multiple ways. My wife partnered up with, it's called Hope for Hopetown, and they were a larger, more able to accept more things. They had planes, they had helicopters, they packed crates and barges. They've gotten to a situation now where they're a little overloaded to get the products out there.
Yes,
So we're
okay.
bringing in them in with a fishing group that I belong to.
I read about that. I read about that on Facebook.
So yeah, it's wonderful. They take a flotilla, they go out there. It's everything's packed up. They got some designated spots that they go to. Everybody's happy to receive the products. It's not a lot of the stuff that you hear that's going on out there. There are some places like that. Other
Yeah.
places are not.
Yeah.
And people need your help.
they
So if
they
anyone
do.
is looking to drop anything off and can't find a drop spot, our office is taking it all week. Until
And-
further
and
notice.
Is there any items that are in more demand?
Yeah,
because
because I read that there was I know that gas powered chainsaws were on there, tarps,
Yeah.
tents, generators,
sleeping bags.
2-stroke oil. So are those items? What is the most you think right
The
now?
least is water. They're saying they
Yes.
have plenty of
Yeah,
water.
they have plenty of
okay.
water.
They've switched here and there on what they want. Building materials. They want any plywood,
Plywood.
tools, drills,
Okay.
Toolkits.
screws, medical equipment. Just different things that you wouldn't think of that they really need. Baby products. Everyone's thinking of
Yes.
sending food.
Yes.
You need diapers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of, and I'm sure it will switch again as
Yeah,
products are used. You have, thank God, the cruise ships are out there. Making meals and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And it's going to take years for that. But as of right now, we'll take anything because someone needs it.
Yeah, and
Some
you're
of it-
talking like, I don't know if this is the correct number, but you're talking like hundreds of thousands of homes destroyed.
Yeah,
Absolutely
leveled.
decimated.
Decimated.
Yes.
Is what I was
I don't know
gonna
if you
say,
know this,
too.
but the island split in half.
Just because of the tidal surge?
Too much
Interesting.
water.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a couple of pictures before and after, and it was just heartbreaking. You know.
And they're having issues with private people that own boats over here in South Florida that want to help and have the best intention, but they're getting pirated. So it is better to
Oh.
pair with somebody that is more equipped
Then
to
okay.
go out there and have spots that are meeting up with the Bahamian government to drop
Good to
the
know.
donations
Yeah.
because you don't want to get shot at.
So,
I mean,
so if people do have water, clothes, shoes, the things that y'all aren't particularly needing right now, are you still wanting them to drop that with y'all, or do you want
we'll
them to
store
call
it.
first, or?
I would say please call us and we can let you know. The thing they want the least, surprisingly, is clothes.
Yes.
Okay, because when it happened in Puerto Rico, they have mounds and mounds of clothes. People donated out of the goodwill of their
Sure,
heart. You know what I
of
mean?
course.
Right now, imagine, you wake up and you don't have anything.
Right.
You want to put something on, you want some clothes, but you want to eat and you're thinking about what you're going to do. So we will not turn away anything, or we will direct you to somebody
Yes.
that will take that. But please call us, and or we'll give you the address and
There's-
the number,
yes.
and we will answer and we will direct you to whoever it may be. The larger one I mentioned, they stopped bringing certain things because they were saturated on the island that they went to.
Yeah.
So some of their stuff they're going to divert to us so that I can take it out with the boat captains
Okay.
and bring it out there. So there's always a way, plane, helicopter,
Yes.
boats, that they're going to get it out there. And it's this going to be a 2-year process.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff
At
going
least,
on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We saw the pictures of the plane being packed, and then of course the boat. And
I think it's
so-
the worst hurricane that they've ever seen.
Boy, I
It's
don't
the
know.
worst hurricane in history. They'll
yeah.
be studying that for years to come.
Yeah.
And like we dodged a bullet here on the south coast of Florida because some models, this thing's just ticking west.
Yeah.
Ticking
Yeah.
west, and I'm like, okay, when is this gonna start going north? And I think there was like a 12-hour period where it just like stopped.
It was like more than that. I was just
Yeah.
going to say it was
Yeah.
like 24 to 36 hours. When have you ever seen a hurricane stop?
That exactly.
Yeah, it was going 0.
48 hours.
48 hours?
It
Yeah.
stopped, yeah.
So
I mean,
and
just,
that was like right on Freeport.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was so absurd.
I mean, imagine we've all been through hurricanes. Okay, you sit there and then it passes.
Right.
Yeah.
How about if you sit there and that water just accumulates and it doesn't pass?
Pass,
Yeah.
exactly.
Pretty
So,
scary stuff.
Very, very scary. And I liked also what you had on your Facebook that said, instead of returning, because everybody preps for
Yes.
hurricanes, instead of returning those things, donate those things.
Donate.
Yeah, and you
There
know
is
what?
somebody that needs them.
Absolutely. And here's what we think. Well, what about the next hurricane? I'll keep it for the next hurricane. Because
Oh.
you don't want to, people are thinking, let's run. Then I got to go out and I got to buy that stuff again.
Yeah.
Guess what? These people need it. We're fortunate here. Give us that
Absolutely.
stuff or give it to them.
Yeah.
And if there's another one, go and buy it.
And we
Yeah.
we did the same thing because we bought some things, and I said the exact thing. I said we're gonna save it. We have a hurricane emergency box, and then I'm like, well, what are we gonna do with this huge box?
Right.
And then you watch the news and you see it, and it's just devastating. So it's
It
it's
is sad.
better
Our
it's
prayers
better
are with
to
them.
donate,
Sure.
because we are very, very fortunate. So
Yeah.
Most definitely, if it wouldn't have stopped on the islands, it would hit us.
Yep.
yeah.
So, their devastation is our benefit.
And-
Bad
and-
thing to say, or it's sad.
Yeah.
It is sad.
It is very sad. And your address where they drop things is on Glades Road, correct?
It's 9033 Glades Road, Suite C. Bouger Center for Chiropractic and Alternative Medicine. It's on the northwest corner of Glades and Lyons in West Boca. You can call us at 561-826-3664 and ask for Jesse or Amari.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I saw Amari's name on there too. And
Second
I
floor
like
of the PNC Bank building.
I like that you keep it updated what y'all are looking for, because that helps others know.
Sure.
The people that truly want to donate and help for something, when it's like no more clothes, not that you will turn it away, but there's 211, that's a community, they can point you in the direction of different drives and funds that may need it. It may not be something they need right this minute, but they may need it later on down the road. So.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, a lot of people are scared to give cash because they're not sure where that cash is going to. So I started right away before we started collecting donations. I went on Facebook and set up a site.
Yes.
And we've collected like $2,800 so
Yes.
far that will go to one charity that's reputable and been vetted. Okay, I'm looking between a couple
Yeah.
right now. But you can go on Facebook and find me, Dave Bougie, Bougie, and search on there, and you can contribute to that as well. And I will guarantee all of the money that you donate will go to the Bahamian people.
Yes, and you're right. There are people that They don't know who to donate to, but, and when you do a fundraiser through Facebook, they actually go through and see if you're certified, if this is something that is legit, not legit.
Yep.
So you have to pass that in order to post it, and you obviously did. So,
Sure.
And y'all have done really good. So the goal I saw was, we're hoping for 5,000.
Yep, we're hoping for 5,000, and we'll run it
or
as long
more.
as we need to. Yeah, you can always
Yeah.
change, so we can change the goal
Yeah.
as we reach the goal, and we're hoping for more to give them as
Yeah.
much as we can.
And you can actually go on your Facebook page and share it, which I shared to all of my friends, just so they have a place where they know they can donate to that's safe.
Absolutely, we made it public. I'm a little archaic on knowing what to do technology-wise. I
Yeah.
rely on Jesse and my wife Cheryl to do that. So I did make it public. So yes, you can go on there and share it with everybody that you know.
Yes, and God bless y'all for helping,
Yeah,
those
for setting
people.
that up.
And
That's-
everybody, that y'all are working with, too.
Another thing is, if you find a donation on like GoFundMe or one of the other pages, they take a percentage of that donation that that is raised. So not all of it is going to where you think that
it
it's
is
going.
going.
So ours, we know that it's going to exactly where.
Also,
Wherever
let me throw in that the boat captains, the airplanes, the helicopters, and the boat captains, they're not taking any money out of the funding.
Yeah.
They're paying for their gas.
God love them.
For the fuel, because it is,
For the fuel.
a 3 hour, well, depending on how fast
And
the boat
Yeah.
is, but-
and you can't get, and guess what? You need a big enough boat to go out there and back because there is no gas out there.
No.
Right, no fuel coming
The-
back.
yeah,
so you
that
gotta
was-
fuel
yeah.
up.
Right. So, that's something that they're absorbing themselves as their contribution to help these people. They're not taking it out of the funding.
Right.
And that's a pretty huge cost. That that's somebody that's really donating their time. And
Absolutely.
I think it's an excellent cause, and we are very, very fortunate.
On the Bohemian website, there is a place where if you can't donate money or donate anything, but just time, there is a place where you can fill out an application, and if you're a first responder or what they're looking for, and you only can donate your time, you just fill it out and they'll have you come over.
Oh, that's excellent. That's good to know. Because there are, there's a lot of people that are actually first responders, so that's good to know. Donating your time, and that's an excellent, excellent way to donate.
Especially if you're in the building industry too, with the infrastructure being torn down. And the good thing about, if there is kind of a good thing about the Bohemian culture and the Bahamas, is that it's so dependent upon tourism dollars. And so, just because a hurricane kind of blows through there, it's not going to stop people from going there. So when we see these areas that are driven by tourism, they tend to bounce back a lot better. For a good example of that is the Keys, how they were decimated in Irma, I think,
I believe so.
a few
It was
years
Irma.
ago, and they bounced back very well. So we're hoping the same for the folks out there.
Well, I guess we're coming to a close. We thank y'all for being here.
Thank you for having us again. We'll see you next
Ryan
month.
with Chumslick
Yeah,
Marketing Advantage.
it was great to fill in for
Gene and Chris.
Gene and Chris, and we wish you guys luck out there. And
Thank you to the
Yeah.
Brooklyn Cafe.
and the Brooklyn
Yes.
Cafe. And we'll catch you next week, the Hemp Boca Show. And check us out online at hempboca.com and the Instagram page balance me. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Experian Travel, a subsidiary of Cruise Planners Travel Advisor, is merely a selling agency and makes no warranty expressed or implied. Each Cruise Planners is individually owned and operated. Experian Travels and Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and a very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. Our travel advisors will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. We specialize in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation just for you.
One of the key principles we like to teach our members at Phil's Stock World is be the house, not the gambler. Stand around a casino, and every day you'll see thousands of people walk through the doors and play various games of skill and chance, and yet none of them are likely to ever be as rich as the person who owns the casino. That, over the long run, the odds are always in his favor. This is not gambling, it's a mathematical fact. How would you like us to teach you how to use this simple mathematical concept to turn investing from gambling into earning by teaching you to be the how? This is the key to learning how to be a true investor in the stock market and not just a hapless trader of stocks. Or, to sum it all up, we'll teach you to be the house and not the gambler.
Hemp Boca. Products of purest natural ingredients and providing a safe alternative method for relief from many symptoms, creating a healthier lifestyle without the use of opioids. Use Hemp Boca products for improved mental health and overall well-being. It's safe, legal, and non-psychoactive. Our pure and high-quality CBD is from clean industrial hemp, then extracted slowly over days to produce the strongest and most effective products on the market, made in the U.S. with no synthetic ingredients. Committed to bringing our customers the highest grade CBD oil on the market. Our industrial hemp, it's organic with no solvents and pesticides, gluten-free, vegan, full spectrum, and third-party double lab tested. Our top priority is your health and wellness, and we are confident you will love our products and the amazing relief so you can enjoy the things you love to do. Try our products and start living a healthier lifestyle. Hemp Boca. Good health and good sense are two of life's greatest blessings.